guests, reach you live and direct from the heart of Africa. If this is your first time on this, you are highly welcome. This is a place where we separate the facts from the fiction, the science from the superstitions, and the concepts from the misconceptions about African spirituality. Today, I am going to be talking about the Iroko tree. Okay, this is a very powerful, mysterious tree that we have in Africa, and I want us to know about this tree today. As you can see, this is the bark from an Iroko tree. Okay, it is a tree that is regarded as a very sacred tree with a lot of reverence and respect. In fact, people worship this tree in Africa, i.e., Nigeria, i.e., West Africa. If you come to Nigeria, you're going to see an Iroko tree in many shrines. In fact, anywhere this tree is found, mostly people venerate the tree. Okay, the tree has a very powerful spirit, and it's a kind of tree that have lots of deities or spirits that inhabit it. Okay, we also call it like an ancestors tree. This is a tree whereby spirits of the land, the dwellers, the ones we call the spirits that live or inhabit a certain land, they like to live and congregate in this very tree inside the Iroko tree. For this very reason, a lot of people venerate the tree, and it's a sacred tree that most people don't like to cut. You don't use it anyhow. You don't treat it anyhow. It's not like other tree, and it's one of the most tallest trees in Africa. They grow to be very tall when you see them, and when they are growing in a place, they are usually the only tree around. You don't see any other tree close to them. It's a tree that likes to separate himself from other trees to let you know that it's unique. And this tree have a lot of benefits and many health benefits and spiritual benefits. For the health benefits, it's used to treat many kind of illness. People make use of the leaves. They boil it to bath to treat fever, malaria, typhoid, and other sort of illnesses. Then it has a kind of milkish yellowish latex that usually comes out. So people get this from the tree, they mix it with ashes that they use to treat many illnesses. They use it to unblock the throat. It treats cough and cold. It treats sexual infertility in men and women. They use it to treat asthma, pie, spleen disease, what they call galactagogue. I don't know what is that. They also use it to treat scabies, wounds, diarrhea, gonorrhea, cholera disease, all kind of diseases, rheumatism, and it's also a kind sort of aphrodisiac as well. Okay, people use it to try to make their manhood to be as strong as that of an Iroko tree. So it has a lot of health benefits. In fact, this is a tree I want you guys to go out to actually research on it, so that we not just be like, I just come on YouTube to just be saying stuff. It's a very powerful tree, and the tree have its own spirits. In the spiritual, there's a spirit that call them the Iroko man. That is the spirit behind it. This is a deity that is the spirit of the tree. It's a deity on its own. Okay, before other spirits are there, it has its own spirit. This is a tree that if maybe it's an oracle tree. If somebody offends you, you want justice, or you want you want nature to help you, you can take a bottle of whiskey and get some alligator pepper, and you can get a native shock. If you are a woman, you take the female native shock a little bit, or just take one. And if you are a man, you can also take this one. You go to the tree, you pour your libation to the tree, you tell the tree your problem, you tell the tree what is happening, you complain to the tree, then you say you need help, and you want to see justice done. You ask the tree to help you. Okay, then you drop your native shock, and you drop your drink, you pour your libation or any food, and you drop it on the root of the tree. Just drop it in front of the tree, then you go home. Okay, consider the problem solved. So this is a tree that people go to for spiritual help. Okay, it's like this. It's like an oracle tree, like when you go to meet a spiritualist for help. If you have an Iroko tree, you can also go to the Iroko tree with your spiritual problems, and the tree have the power and the capacity to solve your problems for you. Okay, the spirits in the tree will respond to your questions, or will respond to your your supplications. So you're going to go to this tree, or you greet the tree, you pour libation, you ask the spirit of the tree, you greet them, you greet the ancestors of the land, then you tell them why you come, tell them your problems politely, and you offer them the gifts, and you tell them if they solve this problem for you, you are going to come to give these other things to them, or you want them to tell you what they need to solve the problem. Okay, you talk to them, you talk to the tree like you will talk to a normal human being, and then you go home. And what people experience is that they may likely get a spirit in the dream, tell them that you need to do so and so thing to solve that problem. Okay, so the tree works like this. So normally people worship this tree. Okay, they worship this tree, they venerate this tree because of the power of the tree, and it's a very good tree. So we use the bark of the tree for also protection spells. This is a Iroko tree bark. Okay, we have it here. We sell it on the market, and it works in a similar way like Ekpo Ebo. If you are familiar with Ekpo Ebo anti-witchcraft herb to destroy the power of evil, we pound the bark. They pound it. They mix it with soap, and we use it for spiritual baths. Okay, they also burn the bark of the tree. You can burn the bark or burn the leaves as an incense. You can get the ashes from this tree too. The ashes of this bark, you can also use it to mix with other spell. It's a powerful ingredient to make your spell more powerful and more potent. Okay, if you want to do spell, you do different kind of spell, law spell, hexes, sparks. So you can use some portion of Iroko tree to be adding to the spell as a potent ingredient to make it much more powerful. Okay, it packs a powerful punch. So it's something that you cannot do with that. If you want to practice and regard spirituality, you need to be making use of Iroko tree. The Iroko tree is a tree that is regarded as a tree of honor, a tree of dignity, a tree of respect. They also use it in the furniture industry to make chairs. Most times they use it to make royal chairs for kings and chiefs. Most kings they like to sit in a throne made of an Iroko tree because of the tree. They want to have that symbolic power of having authority over other people, or having the authority of the Iroko tree. So they like to use it to make chairs that they can sit down, and to do other things as well. You can use it to design crafts, status of deities. You can use it to craft status of deities. You want the spirits of certain kind of spirits to live in those items, in those status or images. You use Iroko tree to carve it. Okay, they use it for many other things too. In the spiritual circles, they use it a lot. They call it also they call it Oji tree in the Igbo language, and they also call it Aka Atulopa. Okay, it's a tree that lots of spirit lives inside. Spirits they like to stay inside. They like to inhabit it for whatever reason. I don't know, but they feel very comfortable living inside this tree. Okay, so anytime you see a Iroko tree, you have to respect the tree. It is not an ordinary tree. It's not a tree you go to play around. Okay, most times people will you see it on its own, standing on its own, and people will use a white cloth to just tie around it, and people pour libations to it. If you see it in your land, you are very very lucky. People don't like to cut it down. You just leave it there. As long as the Iroko tree is standing there, you will also be like the Iroko tree. Okay, the Iroko tree is a tree that is very powerful. It can withstand very harsh conditions, and it will not nothing will happen to it. It lives, does not die. It stands all kind of weather. That resilience, that resistance, that dominance, that power is what people crave when they kind of associate themselves with the tree. So it's a tree that have lots of spiritual significance till now, and you're going to find this tree is very very important and in the center of our spiritual life. Okay, so this bark, if you are into spirituality, try to get the bark of the tree. Okay, and you can use it for many things. We also put it inside alcohol again, and we drink to extract the enzymes for many health benefits. It has lots of health benefits. It's a tree that open block doors. Any doors that have been blocked, anything that is not working well in your body, it makes it to work well. Okay, anything that you need to rejig, or you need to re-engineer, or any part that you or that system that needs to be serviced or spiritually, physically, it helps to make it work better, to work well, to activate things. Okay, so people use it for this kind of things. Okay, so this is about the Iroko tree today. It's a very good tree. It's not a tree to be toyed with. There are some cases whereby people have attempted to cut down some Iroko tree. They were not able to cut it down, and they tried and tried, and they just leave it alone. There are some cases whereby they attempt to cut the tree, and they discovered that the tree was bleeding, was actually bringing out blood, and they leave it away. So it's a tree that is very powerful. They can grow for thousands of years, very old and very big and very, very mighty. And it's a tree that is of blessing. You can use it to bless people. Of course, people use it to bless people. They will say, may you be as strong as an Iroko tree. That means that you will never fall and nothing bad will happen to you. Your enemies cannot be able to defeat you, or may you be protected by the Iroko tree. And when you under the Iroko tree, they believe that no evil harm can be able to come to you, this kind of thing. So it's a very good tree. So this is something that you guys may want to check out. I want you to do your research on this tree and see the benefits of this tree, and also start taking advantage of it as well. Okay, the botanical name for the tree is Milicia Excelsa. Okay, Milicia Excelsa. I'm going to write the name under this video. Of course, I don't know how to pronounce all this Greek name. It's not my language, but I believe you're going to find it in some part of the world. They also call it African teak. Okay, they call it Kambala, they call it Morera, they call it Odum, they call it Tule, they call it Muvili. Okay, Itule is a very popular tree. It's very strong hardwood, and they use it. It's one of the best wood they use to make chairs and furnitures to last very, very long. Okay, so you need to get it. It's a tree that there are not so many in the world right now. It's like an endangered tree. Okay, but we still have lots of them in Nigeria. But in other parts of the world, I don't know if you can be able to find them. But I see them, but they are not that common. Right from time, it has never been a common tree. Okay, the distant tree is like gold. You know, gold is not common. The tree is not common. Also, the tree is expensive too. Iroko tree, the African teak, is expensive more than your average wood. So you can research it and Google it and find out all the information that you can get from the tree. Then you need it for spiritual protection. It has a lot of powerful spiritual protection, and it's going to help you a lot to do many things. Okay, you can get it if you can be able to get the live one and plant it. It will be good if you can plant this tree. We need more Iroko tree in the world. It's a very powerful tree. Okay, try to see if you can get live ones, but it will be a little bit expensive, but it's a good wood. Okay, so this is what I have to say about this Iroko tree today. And questions or comments are welcome. Like and share this video. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. Close the subscribe button. I sell it to. It's in the market here. If you want Iroko track, I have lots of them. I can get access to them for you, so you can start using it. It's like a poebo. You can use it for baiting to chase away negative bad people from you. You can use it to do many things, to make your soaps, to add to your spells, and it's a very good tree. Okay, so if you are interested in learning African spirituality, my website is still here. River of Knowledge is a very good website. I teach African spirituality, authentic African spirituality. You're going to learn a lot of things about African history that they don't teach us in Africa and the world. I'll be talking about a Kemetic history, and I'll teach you how to do spells, how to make contact with your African spirits, how to reconnect to your African roots. This is what I teach. You can learn this from any part of the world. You don't need to fly to Africa. You don't need to pay for any expensive initiation. And you don't need to meet any of these fake criminal babalawos out there telling you all sort of rubbish. And you don't also need to initiate yourself into evil witchcraft because you want to learn African spirituality. Okay, it's a straightforward, common sense thing. Okay, and You don't need any middleman. Once again, I don't consider myself as a middleman. I see myself as a facilitator. Okay, I give you the information, give you the knowledge, and then I step aside and you walk the path and you gather your experience by yourself. So this is what I am doing here. I want you guys to try to support me. I sell a lot of spiritual products and I do this teaching. If you support me, you are also helping to develop and advance African spirituality. African spirituality needs to grow, it needs development, and I can't lie, I need to tell you. So we need to make it grow, and we can only grow by patronizing it, taking advantage of it, learning and studying it, putting the knowledge in ourselves, using the knowledge to help our own people, advancing the development of the knowledge. And all these things we are doing here, all this research talking about these things are part of the development and advancement of African spirituality. So please, I want you guys to support me when you patronize my products. And I have done a lot of research on this subject, and we are still doing more and more research. Okay. So apart from that, if you want to do your spell work, your Exis packs, Oracle, Tarot readings, you can contact me on this channel. And I wish you a very wonderful day. And I'll be seeing you in the next